Hello guys, it's Tom here. Today I want to talk about TradingView. It's a great platform, it's one of the most popular trading platforms that certainly our traders use, and I know a lot of you out there will be using it as well. We've covered it on previous videos, the benefits, how to use TradingView. We've done quite a few guides, so if you are new to using it, go back and have a look at those certainly. But today I want to talk about a question I get occasionally from traders, and it's, is it worth upgrading? So, TradingView's free plan is great, but they always push to go to the pro plan and further on than that. So is it worth going to pro? Is it worth going to pro plus and premium? So I'll talk about my experiences. I've used pro in the past, and I want to just talk about if it's right for you, if it's worth upgrading, just my opinions on the platform in general. So we'll get started today. Just very quickly before we dive in, if you're still struggling with your trading, or you'd like to know more about how mechanical edges are traded, I've put together a free video course for you that will map out and explain everything in detail, along with walking you through exactly how the mechanical rules actually work. If you'd like to watch that after this video, I'll pop a link in the description. You can click through and you can watch that straight away. Now, I'm sure most of you will be familiar with TradingView, how it works, and I imagine quite a lot of you will have used the free plan, if not maybe looked at some of the Pro and Pro Plus plans. But just to give you an idea in case you're unsure, the basic layout of TradingView, and if you've seen some of our previous videos, you'll be aware of it. You can access a lot of indicators, the charting software is very good, but it has limitations. And to some extent, upgrading does remove those limitations. For some traders, it won't be completely necessary, but I do think there are some great features to talk about. Now, full disclosure, I used the Pro plan probably last year. I got an annual subscription. I found kind of a savings code, like an affiliate link. There are lots of them out there if you wanted to upgrade, and obviously you get a discount for going with the annual subscription. I used it quite a bit, but didn't see a huge amount of value in it against the other platforms that I currently trade with. But let's have a look at how the free version lines up and what you get if you subscribe. So in the upgrade tab here in TradingView, you'll see that it gives you 3 plans, and the prices are monthly and annually. Obviously, for me, they're going to be in GBP, but there'll be a similar conversion level wherever you are in the world. Obviously, as I said, as with anything like this, you'll get your saving annually, $14.95 a month here for the Pro for me. Or the equivalent of $12.95. So basically, you get almost 2 months free there. So if we look down at how the Pro works, this is going to be the most popular one and probably the most relevant for the vast majority of you. Certainly Pro Plus, it adds a little bit in. Premium, I don't really know anybody that uses Premium. I know quite a few traders that are at the Pro level though, certainly, and a few that have moved up to Pro Plus just to test it. But if we have a look at kind of the main benefits here, obviously, there are quite a few down on this list, and some may be more important than others for traders. The ones that really caught my attention when I subscribed up to, firstly, the bar replay on intraday bars. So if you've used the replay function on TradingView before, you'll know, fairly useful. On the free plan, you get to do daily, weekly, monthly. Basically, you get to replay the bars. But on the Pro plan, you get to do it on intraday, where most traders will be working. So the replay function, just to give everybody an idea, if I go through to a particular market, we'll just have a look at Euro USD, load up the advanced chart, and if I go to the daily time frame, what I can do here is, let me just move that down, is go into replay at the top here, and select a bar to start with, and it basically hide what's happened in the market, so then I can step through. So you can see down here you have the controls to play through. Obviously, it's going to slowly load through the bars, so you can see how it plays out, and it allows you to kind of more fairly back test something without hindsight of seeing how the market's played out, if that makes sense. And you can choose different speeds, etc., if you want to see, and pause it, and go back and forward. It's a really useful and quite an intuitive feature. Again, depending on how you backtest, you may get limited use out of it. I know some traders that swear by it though, and they find it incredibly useful. And to be honest, it's a feature I'd love to see on the other platforms that I use. It shouldn't be too difficult for brokers to implement this, and it can be very useful. Now, obviously, the limit on the free plan is that if I go down to, say, a minute chart, I can't do an intraday bar replay at the basic level. I have to go up to one of the plans. So coming back over to where we are here, that's one feature that I really found useful when I'd gone up to the Pro plan. The multiple monitor support in desktop, that is going to be useful for those who've obviously are running multiple strategies or multiple charts per strategy, and also you've got a desktop, you've got a setup that allows you to do that. I use multiple desktop windows, so I found this quite helpful, but it's probably not a necessity. Same with the volume profile indicator. Some traders will swear by this, and I can understand why they lock it behind the Pro. It's probably one of the most popular reasons people sign up to this plan, but depending on the style of trading you're doing, you may not need that. You may not need the volume profile indicator. A nice thing to have. One thing I suppose we should probably go on, I'd say one of the more important things, the ad-free. Now, depending on how frustrated you get with TradingView pop-ups, etc., ad-free just makes your life a little bit easier. They're not too intrusive, I've found. Using a free plan for a while now, I don't get that frustrated by the ads. Relative to, other platforms and other sites that I've used where they do bombard you with the ads, it's not too bad. But certainly those are some of the key areas. Aside from those features, some of the benefits, 20 server-side alerts, probably not going to be that valuable for most of you. The indicators per chart, not something that I ever run into an issue with, but okay, if you're trading strategies that's indicator intensive, you may need up to 5 indicators per chart. But certainly for $14.95 a month, or for less than that, if we're looking up to the annual subscription, the Pro package offers, I would say, a really good set of features. I think it may be hard to justify the price depending on the volume of trading you're doing. And I think if you look at it from the sense of making the back testing easier, certainly with the replay on intraday bars, and potentially the multi-monitor support if you're doing multiple markets and testing those at the same time, they can justify the price. That was where I focused, certainly, when I picked up the Pro subscription. If we move over and look at the Pro Plus, it just basically increases what you get in the Pro package. And I think that, okay, 10 indicators again, this level was, overkill for me, really, so this certainly wasn't anything I looked at. 4 charts in one layout against 2. Some traders will find that useful. 100 alerts is excessive, really, as well. The intraday exotic charts, depends what type of trader you are. Again, that was something I would never look to use, really, so it didn't entice me through, especially if we're looking at doubling the price, basically. The custom formula side of things, that can be quite useful for traders. So the custom formula aspect essentially allows you to make your own charts almost by combining markets. So if we have a quick look, let's just pick, we'll go back to Euro USD here, load up the chart, and let's say we want to do a chart combining Euro USD and GBP USD, for example. So plus here, GBP USD, enter through, and you can see now, it gives you a little pop up for the purchasing thing. You can see now that the chart has changed quite significantly. So we're looking at euro dollar plus pound dollar on a daily time frame, and you can do this with kind of any combination. Obviously what I'm looking at here is on the daily, so dropping down, it wouldn't let me based on how the Pro Plus plan works, but it gives you some flexibility if you need to do that. It's something that I've never really played around with, to be honest, but it could be quite useful, I suppose, for the right trader. Aside from that, if we go back and have a quick look through where we get the Pro Plus plan, indicators on indicators, again, it's kind of like the custom formula. Do you really need it? How kind of it's going down the rabbit hole a bit, but some traders might find that useful. The thing I looked at here is, for double the price of the Pro plan, for most traders, I don't think it's worth it, to be honest. Unless you really kind of caught up on going into a rabbit hole of doing some additional technical analysis, it could be worth it. Chart data exporting, probably the last thing I need to mention. If you want to take this out into, say, a spreadsheet format, you wanted to take the data on a particular chart, have a look at it on spreadsheet format, that is going to be quite useful, possibly. In general, what I would say for that section is maybe trying a month of Pro Plus, see if you use the export feature a lot, see if you need to use that many indicators per chart. if you're running out of save chart layouts, for example. But all of this, I think, really isn't. This is certainly where I think most traders will be. To kind of talk about premium just quickly as well, because it is there and we should probably have a look at it. This is kind of the advertising for full professional traders, but to be honest, it's for the price. I can't see anybody really going for this. I don't know anybody that used the premium plan. I mean, looking back, okay, you know, you get a lot more historical data. Alerts don't expire. Okay, if you're managing a lot of alerts and having to replace them, then that could be frustrating, but I'm not too sure. Second-based intervals, if you are really going down to that level of time frame, then okay, you know, it might be useful. But to be honest, those traders I know that are trading on those time frames, they're on different platforms than TradingView. You know, you're going to go with more specific platforms for that, certainly. And again, just the top sections here, it's really just to cater, you know, for the absolute limit of what you would need. But again, as I mentioned, I was pretty happy how I could manage on the Pro plan, and you know, Pro Plus is quite nice. This is certainly overkill, really. I think it's certainly worth talking overall about the cost of this, and particularly if we look at the annual cost. Now, there are quite a few platforms out there that give you kind of a comprehensive charting package like TradingView. For example, if you use TrendSpider, that's, I would say, certainly a more advanced version. It is a lot more expensive though. For most traders though, I do think it's worth trialing even just a month of the Pro plan on TradingView. I think that, you know, looking through what you get here, if you do get some frustration with the ads popping up, for example, if you're using TradingView on a daily basis, you want to use the replay function, or maybe you haven't used it before, you want to see if it's worthwhile, I think it's worth it, even for just a month at the equivalent of £15. If you're using TradingView on a regular basis already, it's definitely worth testing. You know, it's something that I think some traders might not see the benefit in just looking right now, and I was kind of in that boat. You know, I thought, am I really going to use the replay function? Am I going to use the multiple monitor support? Because I was kind of accommodated to just using one screen, but I did find those things incredibly useful. And if I was using TradingView as my main trading platform, then I would certainly be looking at annual subscriptions for this. So those are my opinions, guys. You know, TradingView is not perfect, but I think it is a really useful platform, and if you use it extensively, it's probably worth looking at upgrading. Like I said, there's always loads of affiliate links around to get you more, you know, savings off either annual or monthly plans. But if you've been thinking about going from the free version to the Pro version and you're not really sure how much it'll benefit you, I was in the same boat and it did make a bit of a difference for me, certainly. So I think it's worth giving it a month's trial. With that being said, guys, as always, you know, any questions, any comments, anything you'd like to see us cover on a future video, just leave them in the comments below. Also, you know, if you'd like to find out about how we trade, there's a link to book a call with one of our team, talk about kind of how we can help you in your trading as well. But for that, guys, thank you as always for watching. I'll see you in the next video.